Hello, it's Tom here with Digital Foundry, and joining me today is Eurogamer's Ian Higton.
Hello, it's like the first ever Digital Foundry Eurogamer crossover episode. It's quite exciting, really.
You know what they say about crossing the streams, right?
It leads to a total plutonic reversal.
Yes. Yeah,
is that right?
That's how it goes, yeah.
Excellent.
So we'll see how this works out in the end.
Hopefully we won't end existence by opening this Nintendo Switch.
Right, so this is what we came here to do. Of course, Johnny and Chris had their first stab at opening this, but got about halfway.
There was a weird embargo where they were only allowed to show like the box open and nothing else, like a non-boxing almost. Yeah. We're going to go all the way, right?
Yeah, all the way.
In an unboxing way.
Totally going to go to the system menu. We can do all that and show you all that exciting stuff.
Do you want to pop the lid? Do you want the honours? Go on, go for it.
Okay, so we got this far before. Okay,
Exciting.
And there we go.
Wow, look at that. So immediately I'm struck by kind of how small it is. Can I take one of these out? Look at that. Yeah. That is so mini, so wee. Look at him in his little packaging. Oh, it's really bright as well.
Yeah, luminescent.
Yeah, is it like a neon red or something? This is like my first time with touching the Switch and seeing it in person.
Same here, yeah. So this is the, what was it called, the neon version? This is the one that sold out, you know.
It sold out, did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's the full Switch. All right, let's put this back down and...
I want to get them out the wrapping. They're so tiny, but they actually feel quite solid. Like, they don't feel... I thought maybe they'd feel a bit plasticky and brittle, but they actually, I don't know, they felt quite solid. I'm not... Can I grab this one again? The buttons are quite... They have a satisfying little click to them.
Yeah.
They're very small, these top ones. I wonder if people with larger hands might have a problem.
Kind of reminds me of the DS. Basically, it's that sort of dimensions. Very small buttons, even compared to that. But it's definitely light as well, which is a good start. So
I don't know about you, but I have a terrible habit of losing my TV remote control.
Right.
And that's about 3 to 4 times bigger than this. I'm instantly worried that one of these will be going down the back of my sofa and I won't find it ever. That's probably the only kind of criticism I can see size-wise with it. Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the main course then. So, okay. There we go. So this is it. Do you want to hold that?
Yeah, I'll give it a hold. Wow. So this is if I was to take this around in portable mode. It's like it's a bit smaller than like an iPad, isn't it? It's about that kind of dimensions though.
So the cool thing about this, it's got a nice matte finish, which if you compare it to the Wii U's gloss.
Oh wow.
This is our one's obviously been battered because it's been used in the office quite a bit.
Keeps the fingerprints, doesn't it? The glossy ones. This one.
This is the thing about glossy. It looks good for about the first 5 minutes, and then after that, you know, I guess it was the craze when iPhones first came out. Wanted to jump on that bandwagon, but the cool thing about the Switch is that more adult aesthetic. It looks like it's got a matte finish. If you took it onto a train, it's fairly ambiguous next to all these other tablets out there. I mean, without these connected to it, it's just it looks like a regular tablet, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. There's the little game card slot there. Yep. So the little cards are tiny, aren't they? Yeah. Not that we have one to use yet.
Yeah, it's a sad thing.
What's this here? Is that just where the
that's the air vent. So this is a rare thing on handheld consoles, especially from Nintendo and Sony. We've never really had air vents or a need for them because, frankly, they don't dissipate enough heat to... they usually rely on passive cooling, and if it's overheating, they throttle down the CPU and GPU. So, you know. So,
in layman's terms, does that mean this is going to get hot?
We don't know yet, but if Nintendo have done it right and managed the cooling inside that thing, it'll sound fine. It'll be.
Well, they have definitely given it enough vent space there.
Speakers at the front, the two left and right.
These tiny little bits here are the speakers. Okay.
And
you've got a headphone jack, right? It's not an iPhone 7. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Headphone jack there.
There's the volume up top and the power up top right. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So very.
And I guess that's the charge port or the bit that the dock.
That is USB-C. That's
USB-C.
All the rage with the iPhones nowadays. And yeah, so that's our future. It'll do everything in terms of powering connecting out to the dock. That's how it interfaces with it, and that's how it gets the video signal to your TV.
Right.
And yeah, it's just a way of unifying all those things rather than having several ports.
Ooh, hold on, what's this? Is this like the stand?
Yes, kick out stand.
There we go. Oh, look at that. It's got a micro SD port just underneath that stand, actually. That will be for if you want to upgrade the internal memory, because I hear the internal memory is not huge.
No, it's was it 32 gigs? But obviously there's a lot of operating system overhead on top of that. So I think it was like 27 gigabytes or thereabouts, which isn't great.
It's not a lot because, well, PlayStation 4, I downloaded Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and that was 60 gigabytes. Now, obviously this has carts, so you won't be doing as many huge digital downloads, but I can't see people not having to upgrade the memory card or buy an extra bit of internal storage.
No, I believe there's a couple of games already which are demanding more space than what this one gives. We'll have to look into that.
Because that pushes the price up a little bit, really, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah. Now, fortunately, the SD card slot does support up to 2 terabytes.
Oh, right. Okay.
So if you can afford that, actually, we've got a 64 gigabyte speedy one, which we're going to be testing, I think, later in our review, which will be following this in about a couple of days' time. So yes, that's definitely a room where it can be improved. Loading times may speed up compared to the one that's inside it.
Right, I'm desperate to switch this in.
All right,
to do what it's called. I want to know if it makes a click, so I'm going to hold it by my.
Oh no, turn it on first.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, there's a bit of battery in there. So if you hold it near the.
Here we go. Does it make does it do something different if you switch it in when it is on?
I don't think it makes any sound at all. It's got to be on, and then the volume kicks in.
Oh, I see. And it's telling me I need to put them in. Here we go. There's one.
It in.
Is it going to make a click? Oh, satisfying. It did.
It made a small click.
No, it makes it on the screen as well. Hold on. You slot yours in and have a listen.
Wait for it. Bam!
It does it out of the thing, just like in the adverts. Excellent. Oh!
How exciting.
New console. Oh, wow. Do you know what? I was a little bit sceptical about the neon colours. When I pre-ordered mine, which I then cancelled, I went for the grey and black one because I thought it was a bit sleek. Okay. I thought maybe they'd be a bit garish, but I actually really like that now, seeing it in the flesh.
Yeah, it gives it a bit of character, I think. I would be tempted to go for this because, 2-player, you know who's who. Yeah, it looks quite sleek. Of course, when you go onto a train with this now, it looks like a games console. Yeah. The ambiguity's lost a bit. All right, so shall we look in the box and see what other goodies we've got?
Go on in.
All right, so did you want to grab things out?
Yes, all right, let's pull them out one by one. First up, coming out of the box is, this looks like the dock. So we'll have a look at these in a bit more detail in a minute. We've got the controller grips, or the Joy-Con grips, which come out like so, and they give you a bit of extra button pressing and, of course, the wires for the safety. We've got in the middle here, the Joy-Con. Is this a grip as well? What's this one called? The Joy-Con. It basically turns it into a stand joypad. The cables for plugging it all in.
Okay, so there's a lot here then. Okay, so the dock first. Yeah, so on the right side we've got 2 USB ports. They're standard interface, looks like, not USB-C. Yeah, there's not much to it really. There's a bit of weight to it. I mean, it's about as heavy, I might say. Yeah, there's similar weights actually.
Right.
But as I understand it, there's not much inside this thing. It's mostly plastic. And if we were to take away this plastic here, 1 slot for the AC adapter, there's USB 3 and a HDMI out.
Right.
So when it's in portable mode, you'll have the console sort of running with lower clocks. The CPU will stay the same, but the GPU gets downclocked so the battery doesn't wear out. But when you plug it into this and you have the AC plugged in, it can return to normal speeds and in theory give you faster frame rates or...
Cool. So there's no magical components in there that will make it faster? It's
nothing in the dock, it's just
taking some pressure off the processing?
Yes, it's just... I mean, in theory, that the tablet itself can just run at full speed, but you'd deplete the battery so quickly. That's the idea anyway. It's just it wouldn't be much good to anyone to have it run that speed, and it'd pick up heat as well. So yes, I suppose.
Shall I try slotting it in?
Let's see what happens.
There you go. Not a satisfying click. No click there, but
as you put it in.
It didn't feel like it was going to scratch the screen, but it does feel a little bit loose. I mean, this screen here. This is the same kind of screen as an iPhone screen, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah, what was
I can't remember the different names of the screen.
So this would be resistive.
That's it.
That's capacitive.
That's it.
Yeah.
So what I'm worried about the most with it being a capacitive one is dropping it and smashing it.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
I've seen your iPhone.
My iPhone is destroyed, basically.
So what are these? These are like the extra grips.
Yeah, so if you were playing something like the boxing game, ARMS, and you don't want
to break your TV.
Yeah, you don't want these flinging out. You can have these as your little safety wires.
Yes.
And when you have these off...
Is there a button to unlock it?
Yes, there's a little button around the back here.
So whenever you plug those into anything, there's a little button on the back.
Yeah, if I put that in there. So it's quite solidly in at the moment.
Yeah.
But then you hold down this button here, and then it just allows you to unlock it like that.
These are really firm metal brackets, so they should stand up.
Yeah,
so quite a lot of sliding in and out.
Yeah, big metal bracket here as well.
We've got a few sort of comparisons with the last few Nintendo consoles and then some. So we've got the original Game Boy. I think that might be a good place to start.
The original Game Boy, because that's the original portable Nintendo. For a start, I can see we're going to have no problems with yellowing, which the original Nintendo Game Boy did have. Also, a good bonus is the screen size looks a lot bigger on the Switch. I think
if we do it that side,
pixel ratio, I think the Switch is going to win.
It might win out.
Also.
I think if we did a face-off, we could maybe manage to find.
How about the colours? Because the Nintendo Game Boy did. 2 colours, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think the Switch can do better than 2 colours?
Yeah, this screen, it's come a long way, hasn't it? This is IPS 720p.
The original Game Boy. But maybe actually I was a bit wrong saying that this was the original handheld Nintendo, because of course there was the Nintendo Game & Watches, which were LCD screens, even older than the original Game Boy. And again, the Switch is a lot bigger, but if we have a quick look at the Joy-Con there, 2 Joy-Con equals 1 Game & Watch. If you've got any Game & Watches lying around and you're interested to know how big the 2 Joy-Con are together, it's about as big as Mario's Cement Factory.
All right, and you've brought a whole bunch of other stuff.
I have.
I guess the NES Mini, I guess, is an interesting one. Nintendo's last release console, in fact, if you can find it. Yes, so...
It's about the same width, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Almost the exact same width as... Yeah, it is exactly the same width.
Yeah, and I've got one of the NES Mini controllers just because it's the same as the classic NES controllers. And again, it dwarfs the Switch's controllers. I think these probably a little bit more ergonomically designed than the jagged edges of the NES controller.
Let's bump it up a little to the 3DS's. And that's the original. And this is the... My XL.
Oh, look at that. I've got this one.
Let's put this away.
The aqua blue.
It's right between the size of the new 3DS and the Wii U pad in terms of... In fact, if we close it up, it's actually thinner than the...
oh wow, it is as well, isn't it?
New 3DS.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's a real marvel of engineering. And I will say, holding it just like this, it is not heavy at all. This is very reasonable.
Yeah, I'm going to just quickly try something. It fits in my pocket, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've got very baggy pockets, though.
I do have baggy pockets. I wouldn't want to carry it around in a pocket like that, but
no,
it does technically fit in a pocket.
Let's plug it in and see what happens with the controls attached. And bosh!
Nice.
There we go. Okay, so we need to connect a TV. Did you want to do the honours and
I'll
see
give
if we
it a
can
try.
See if we can actually do this.
So I think we have to do it with the controller unconnected. There we go.
Right, so we don't have any games here, but we can at least go through the menus and see what's there ahead of Zelda, which I believe we'll be getting for launch. Okay, so this is moving from the Wii U sort of tiles, I guess, very minimalist, I suppose, without any software to use. We're going to have it that way. And let's have a look at the system settings.
All right, the interesting stuff.
Yeah. So what have we got? We got flight mode, not too useful here. That is neither.
Brightness.
Yeah, a lot of these seem to be just for when you've got it portable. Parental, no use. There's a day one update for when we do go online, and there it is, the 25.9 gigabytes. It's not going to hold up for too long, is it?
No.
There's us.
You can delete your users, you can create Amiibos, you can have Amiibo functionality.
Select TV resolution. Yeah, we have 480p, 720 and 1080. So those are our outputs. Oh, I've never had this before. This is handy if you've got older sets which don't adjust to different color space ranges. Generally, Wii U and Wii have been limited range.
Right.
But for people who like to capture like us and see things on PCs, full range is the one to use. And of course, most TVs support full range as well. So that's handy to have, and I'm glad it's there.
Good tips,
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's pretty exciting that we've got a brand new console coming out very soon. I still, having a hands-on with it, I still haven't really regretted cancelling my pre-order just yet.
No.
I don't know, it's very fresh and exciting, and a lot more different to, you know, the standard consoles.
Right, so I've got one more test.
Right.
So we've got a USB-C power bank, and I was wondering, because the battery inside this is non-removable, well, without a little bit of opening up and a bit of hassle, I suppose, this might be the best way to work around that and get some more juice into it on the go. So let's see what we can get.
So is this power bank just like a standard one that someone would use to charge their phones?
That's it, yeah. It's just a regular power bank. It's a USB, it's a GMYLE brand, but this will pack 10,000 milliamp hours. Now inside this, the Switch itself, it's got 4,310 milliamp hours, which will get you a fair bit. I think Nintendo has said 3 to 3.5 hours from this, you know.
Doesn't hurt to have a bit of a backup though.
No, it should be a good option. So let's get straight to it. This is a USB-C. You've got a standard USB there as well. See, the moment of truth.
Okay.
And if we plug it in, what we're looking for is the little symbol to the top right to suddenly say, bam, there we go.
There we go, nice. You got the little lightning bolt, it's gone green, and you're charging on the go.
Yeah, I think that's exactly, well, it's a relief, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a relief because, you know, if you're out and about and you want a little bit of an extra safety net on your charging, keep that in your rucksack, back pocket or something just in case, and you'll never get into trouble when you're running around Hyrule.
So that'll wrap it up. Thanks so much for joining me, Ian.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much for inviting me down to check out the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it's been. It hasn't convinced you then to turn over your pre-order then?
It hasn't convinced me to turn over my pre-order yet. It's made me want one more.
Okay.
But I'm still going to wait until there's a few more games on the market, I think.
That's fair enough.
Closer to Christmas, about the time Super Mario World Odyssey launches. That will be the time I take the leap. But I'm a lot more convinced that it might be quite successful now that I've actually touched it and seen the capability.
All right, so let's wrap up. If you did like this video, do feel free to like and subscribe to Digital Foundry and, of course, Eurogamer.net. And, of course, if you have any comments on the Switch itself and your plans for when it releases and what you'd like to see in terms of Digital Foundry coverage, please let us know in the comments and I'll get back to you in our full review, which is coming out a little bit later. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching and see you soon.
See ya.